Good afternoon. Many parents want to know why they weren't told by the school that a student was diagnosed with scarlet fever, a contagious illness. The school says there's a good reason and they don't want to cause a scare. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhardt is live in the Newsplex with the story.
Kim, the school referred us to the New Mexico Department of Health in this case. The DOH says scarlet fever is not something to be overly alarmed by. More than a dozen parents have contacted News 13 concerned after a fourth grader at La Merced Elementary School in Belen was diagnosed with scarlet fever.
I noticed that he was getting bumps on his nose, and that kind of scared me. So I looked around his back and his belly area and his chest. It was really red and bumpy and felt like sandpaper.
The sick child's mom didn't want to be identified. She says her 9-year-old came home from school Friday with a rash doctors say is scarlet fever.
When I saw my son with the rash and when the doctor said he's got scarlet fever, I thought that my son was really going to get hospitalized because it scared me.
Health officials say her reaction is understandable, but that the truth is it's nothing worse than strep throat.
It's a strep throat, but usually you call it scarlet fever if somebody develops the rash. And like I said, only a certain percentage of people who get the bacteria infection in their throats will end up developing the rash.
State Department of Health officials say scarlet fever is a common childhood illness, especially among kids ages 5 to 12. It's contagious but easily treated with antibiotics. A rash is usually accompanied by a fever and sore throat. Still, many parents say they want to be notified when something like this happens, and in this case, they were not.
I think all parents should be notified. If there's some kind of an illness, my son or my daughter will come home and they'll bring it here, and I have my little guy with me. I mean, he's 13 months old, and it's scary.
School officials didn't comment aside from saying they always encourage students to wash their hands, cover coughs, and avoid sharing food and drinks. Health officials say that's the best advice they can offer to prevent the illness. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Gabrielle. Now, the school says they will not send a note to parents per instruction by the Department of Health. Health Department officials say the school was instructed to send kids with symptoms home a note, but there's only one confirmed case at that school. The mother we spoke with says her son is recovering well.